the soft ones take over. G'day friends. Believe all is well with all of us. Well, there's been a small break since our last audio message. So many changes in life personally, as always. But all good and all for good by God's grace. And we are back again. That's what matters, right? Alright, for our today's message, let us take our reference scripture from the Sermon on the Mount. The Sermon on the Mount, a very famous one. Everyone knows this. Also known as the Beatitudes. Not the whole sermon, but just one line from it. That's all. One line is enough. One verse is enough to change our thoughts, our characters, course of our life. In fact, one word from God is enough to bring a radical transformation to ourselves. With that in mind, let us look at today's one line, that one line Jesus said. And it comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 5. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 5. Come on, let's read it together, shall we? Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Other translations read as, blessed are the simple, or blessed are the humble, for they will inherit the earth. Now, this is a very powerful sermon. These words are so powerful that every time I meditate on them, they literally make me go on my knees, fall on my face, and just worship Him. Totally dumbstruck, awestruck. Can't help but be in awe of Him. That's what Jesus does. Have you guys experienced such moments with Him? They're so powerful, addictive. All right, let's get back to our message. He said, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Human beings, along with the other living beings, have survived on this planet Earth by adapting to the nature, adapted to various climatic and geographical conditions and situations. And as the evolution progressed, we have developed many survival instincts and skills. We've adapted to everything, and here we are, still surviving on this planet Earth. That's Darwin's theory of evolution in a nutshell. Survival of the fittest. Everyone knows this. Survival of the fittest. Be strong, be fit, toughen up, and you will survive or win. But if you're weak or soft, you may lose it. You may get smashed by the stronger ones. In fact, the brainwash we've had is that the world will crush you if you are soft or gentle. So, to survive on this planet, to survive on this earth, we must be fit, tough, strong, and so on. Sure, probably that's right, and there's no debating on that. But that is just about surviving, mere surviving. And often surviving means to remain alive, to remain intact. For example, to survive a plane crash, or an earthquake, or a devastating relationship, surviving means mere existing. So yes, absolutely, to survive on this earth, you have to be fit and hard. But Jesus is not talking about mere surviving. That's not what our message is about today. He did not teach us to be just survivors, just to live by the skin of our teeth. He is not teaching the techniques or any formulas and keys to survive on this earth. Rather, He is teaching us how to live a joyful, victorious life. As a matter of fact, this particular sermon he preached, it's all about how to live a blessed life. The very word Beatitudes comes from Latin, which originally means supreme blessedness. Supreme blessedness. And that supreme blessedness includes various states and aspects of life, one of which is being meek and inheriting this earth. And here, Jesus is preaching openly and publicly stating a truth that is totally of another dimension altogether. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. The meek, the gentle, the humble will inherit the earth. Notice two key words. First one is meek, and the other one, inheritance. Now let's look at the meaning of these words. First is meek. In the dictionary, if you go and see, it means gentle, simple, submissive, flexible, quiet, humble, soft. The second word is inheritance, which means something that you get to claim, to possess for free as your right. Say like a property, money, or a title. Your ancestors or your parents work hard for that in their lifetime to pass it on to you, and you in your lifetime sit there and simply take over all that or inherit all that for free. With those meanings in mind, see now what Jesus is saying. The meek shall inherit the earth, meaning the gentle ones inherit the earth. The soft ones take over and enjoy the earth. Get this, please get this. It's not the great ones. It's not the rigid, the stubborn, the hard ones. It's not the biggies, but it's the simple, gentle, and the soft ones take over everything. And the beauty is that meek, that simple, that humble people, they don't have to fight, they don't have to work hard for it. They just get it as their right, as their birthright. That's the very meaning of inheritance. In the natural world, it is opposite. It's quite the opposite. Be strong, be fit, stand up, toughen up, fight back, show your power, and so on. That's the brainwash in the world. But Christ is saying, have softness. Let gentleness, humbleness live in you. He is saying, he's asking us to be flexible, pliable. And I'm sure that we all understand that the meekness, the softness, the hardness, and all this we are talking in relation to our inner character, not our physical bodies. The soft nature, the humble-hearted, they will possess this earth and the hearts of everyone in this world. They simply take over. My friends, gentleness is strength. Humbleness, meekness is supreme to everything. It's a superpower. How about I show you guys an example of that? Water. Look at water. Most softest of all the liquids. Water has no form and no structure to it. It's not hard at all. It is so flexible that you can pour it literally anywhere and it will go there and flow there. No resistance at all. There's no rigidity in it at all. It is so surrendering that it takes the shape of anything that you pour it into. And notice, it is always flowing downwards and plain, always low-lying. Water never asks for high or elevated grounds. It takes the lowest places, flowing in the lowest places probably. But water gives life to all and every living creature. And it is the most powerful of all the elements we know. It's even powerful than fire, because even the big fires can be stopped with water. But what can you stop the water with? At the most, what we could do probably is build a dam around it or on it and channelize that all the waters for your own good. Or else, there's no way you stop the force and the flow of water. That powerful it is. And that enormous power, that greatness of water comes from its nature of being extremely flexible, extremely soft. Its gentleness and humbleness in taking any place and any shape you give it to it, that's where it draws its strength from. And with that extreme simplicity, softness, flexibility, guess what? It can erode hardest rocks and cut the hills and flow happily and quietly between them. Environmental scientists say that, is there any word like environmental scientists? I'm not sure, but you know what I'm saying. Environmental scientists say that in about 3,000 years, Niagara waterfalls may not be there. Because as the water on that region is going to completely erode that big rocks there, so there may not be any more rocks or hill left. Can you believe that? You see, waterfalls can only exist where there are hills or huge big rocks. And if there is no more hill, and if there are no more rocks left, where's the water going to fall from? There's no fall of water. There's just a flow of water on a plain ground. That's the power of water. Water being so flexible, simple, takes over. It inherits, it possesses wherever it goes. It inherits everything in its capacity. That's the power of water. Similarly, that's the power of the simple, meek, loving, flexible, surrendering, yielding, and the gentle people. How blessed to be like that. How blessed to be meek, because they inherit this earth, as Jesus said. The meek, the loving, and the simple people, the simple souls are not stiff-necked, not of calloused heart. They're not arrogant. They're not rigid at all. They're flexible, not self-serving at all. Such ones, such flexible, simple, meek, loving ones inherit. And guess what? The rigid, the hard, powerful, the tough ones would have fought for all that just to give to the simple ones. What an irony. But it's bound to happen like that. The law of life. It works like that. Winners today, losers tomorrow. Such ones come, such ones go, but saviors remain forever. Alexander thought he will conquer the whole world, but he went back from the east, grieved and wounded. He lost his soul when still alive. Finally, died such a sad death. Hitler thought he will invade both west and east and he'll conquer the whole world. But we all know his ending, don't we? Strong, powerful, haughty, proud, self-serving, arrogant. Such people somehow don't even get a death in the end. They don't even get a death that's dignified. Look at all such ones in the history, or even now in our times. You will agree with the speaker. Every stiff-necked emperor, rigid mentalities, every ruler with a callous heart, hard and harsh souls, proud minds, arrogant souls, powerful people, such ones fought non-stop, such ones fought incessantly whole life, word and word for power, but in the end they got nothing and they died insignificant and horrible deaths. But they do all that wars and battles and fights and all that only to give the earth, the wealth and the land to the humble, simple and gentle people, to the next generations. When you are humble, when you're flexible, you will have everything poured into your bosom. That's what Jesus is telling you and I. If someone slaps you on one cheek, offer him the other cheek also. This is Christ's teaching. He did not say, be strong and slap him back, kick him back. He said, be soft, be meek, be loving, let go, be humble, and offer your other cheek also. And the moment you do that, finish. Your opponent is totally defeated. Because what else is left now? Nothing. How can you defeat a person who surrenders to you and says, boss, you win? The meek shall inherit the earth. Such humble ones will have to do nothing. They will have to do nothing, not even move a muscle, no sweat, no toil. They just receive everything into their bosom as their legal right, as an inheritance. Because when you don't claim anything, please remember this, I'm repeating it for you. When you don't claim anything, everything will be given to you. Life works like that. When you're gentle, simple, soft, flexible, it means you are alive. There's life in softness, but in death there's rigidity. There's that hardness. You see, when a new life is born, when a baby is born, the baby is extremely supple, gentle, soft, flexible, no resistance at all, because there's a new life flowing in there. But on the opposite, when a man is dead, the body becomes hard and stiff. Why? Because there's no life in there. There's life when you're soft, but when you're dead, you're rigid. Be a simple soul. Be meek. Life will flow in you, and also life flows through you to others around. Be stiff, rigid, stubborn, selfish. Be hard. You are frozen. Your heart's dead. You're dead, and nothing can come out of you. Notice, my friends, Jesus did not say the meek, the humble shall conquer and win the earth. Winning or losing, as a matter of fact, winning or losing is when you participate in a battle or in a fight. You actually have to take part in a fight or a battle to win or lose. But Jesus said, the good people, the simple people will inherit the earth, meaning without having to fight for it, without having to participate in a battle, you just get it. Without having to claim for it, you will just get it. Not even lifting a finger, the meek, the humble people simply get this earth and the hearts of people as a gift, as their birthright. That's what an inheritance is. Just like water, be soft-natured. Give life to others. Be gentle, kind, and smooth. Don't be hard. Just flow. Just flow and be humble. Because Jesus said, it's the humble that inherit the earth. And like water, just surrender. Because it's to the surrendered the world surrenders. God bless.